Welcome to episode 14 of Project 613. Today's episode is generously sponsored by Robin Etchels. Today we have a record-breaking 14 mitzvahs. This will be the most we will ever study in a day. So here we go. The first mitzvah, the prohibition is that we're not allowed to persuade another individual to serve idols. One who does so in the Torah is called a Maisis, and the Jew he was trying to persuade has 5 special mitzvahs. Number 1, he may not express love to the Maisis. We need the Torah to tell us this, lest we think the Maisis is someone who we're supposed to love, just like any other type of Jew, as per what we learned in the past about the mitzvah of Ahavat Yisrael, to love your fellow Jew. So this specific prohibition overrides that. Also, the person that's being targeted may not ease up on the hatred that he has towards the Maisis. He's supposed to maintain that full-fledged hatred for the Maisis. Number 3, the person who is the target of incitement to idol worship is forbidden to come to the rescue of the Maisis if he's in mortal danger. Again, a specific prohibition that overrides the general mitzvah of not standing idly by when one is in danger. Number 4, we do not spare him in court. Don't try to cast him in a positive light. And finally, the 5th mitzvah that the one who's being targeted has is not to suppress evidence that would lead to the conviction of the Maisis. The next negative mitzvah, the prohibition, is that we're not allowed to prophesize in the name of idols. We're not allowed to listen to someone who prophesies in the name of idols. It's prohibited to make up prophecies that someone experienced in the name of Hashem. We are not supposed to fear a false prophet simply because he appears to be a holy individual. It's forbidden to swear in the name of an idol or cause someone else to swear in the name of an idol. Included in this prohibition is to even mention false idols or to even use them as a reference point. The last 3 mitzvahs of today are specific pagan practices that people used to do, which are forbidden for a Jew. We are forbidden from employing the idolatrous practice called the oiv. The oiv practice consisted of burning a certain incense and doing certain acts known to the oiv followers. At that point, it would seem to the person engaging in these acts that he hears a voice emanating from beneath his armpit, which would answer questions that he posed. We are forbidden from employing the idolatrous practice of a yeduni. The yeduni practice consisted of inserting into one's mouth a bone from the yedua fowl, the yedua bird. After then burning incense, saying certain cantations and doing certain rites, the person would enter a trance-like state and he would begin issuing predictions about the future. We are forbidden to do that as well. Finally, we're forbidden to give our children to Melech. In ancient times, there was a pagan deity known as Melech. The Melech religion demanded that its followers engage in a barbaric ritual. Parents would present some of their children to the Melech priests, and then with the permission of these priests, the parents would pass their children over a raging bonfire. We are not allowed to do these practices.